Hi there, Becky here from 168 Fitness. So we're coming to the end of my January health, fitness and weight loss goals and how to achieve them video blogs. So in week one, I was talking about setting those goals, really important. You need to know what you want to achieve and be specific with that and having deadlines and short, medium, long-term goals. If you want to be successful, you've got to know how you're going to be successful. And then in week two, I was talking about setting the plan of action for achieving those goals, because not only do we need to know what we want to achieve, we need to know how to achieve it. Can get a little bit sometimes overwhelming, perhaps, to think about the things you've got to do in order to achieve it. It's really nice to think about the outcomes, but we don't necessarily want to think about the input that we need to give to achieve it, but it's got to be done. You've got to do it. And then last week I was talking about just getting started, taking at least some small steps to achieve those goals and doing it, breaking it down into a daily thing. So just achieving even small things each day that, if you keep doing those small steps, keep taking those small steps and create the habits that you need in order to create the success and achieve those goals, then you will achieve those goals once you just put that in motion. So last week I was talking about just do it, just take some kind of action, ticking off some of that plan of action that you did in week two. So this week, all of these are equally important as well. I wouldn't say that, I would say that you need to do all of them in order to achieve your goals, for sure. Obviously, most people go straight to the taking action. Fantastic. That might work for some people, but actually, if you think about it, without the goals, why are you taking the action? It's easy to not take the action when it's not going to have any effect on any outcomes. For example, like if you don't know the goals that you want to achieve and then you don't take the action, then you've not lost anything because you hadn't got the goals in the first place. So you're not actually going to achieve anything bigger or greater than what you were doing already. If you haven't got the plan of action, so you don't know how you're going to achieve the goals, then when you're taking some action, who knows whether it's going to work for you? Who knows if it's the right thing or the most efficient thing you could be doing to achieve those goals? So you could well be sort of slowing yourself down. You could be maybe even causing yourself injuries, or you could be doing yourself more harm than good potentially. Great to be taking action, but we just want to be thinking about it in a bit more logical, sustainable kind of approach to it. At the start of the year, we want to make this our lifestyle. We want to make sure that whatever you're doing now, that you keep it up for the rest of the year and beyond, that it is now the new you. As they say, new year, new you. So yes, we want to just be thinking about it a bit more methodically as well. So that's why I take it through step by step. Even if you feel like, oh, come on, Becky, I just want to get started. I just want to go to the gym. Fine, go to the gym. But let's just make sure that the gym is the right thing for you to be doing to achieve your goals. Do you need to be going to the gym? How long should you be in the gym? What sort of exercises should you be doing in the gym? And things like that. Anyway, so I can give you that advice. But last week I was saying get started. So just achieving just even the smallest things each and every day, creating those healthy habits that are going to help you achieve your goals in the short, medium or long term. And then this week, equally as important, something that a lot of people forget, not my clients, because I make sure that they remember it. But the key thing with all of this, achieving your goals, is being consistent and just keep doing it. It's really easy. We're at the end of January now. It's really easy to start something. You might have the goals, you might have done the plan of action or just roughly thought about it in the past and then started. But how many of you actually carried it on past February? Maybe some of you, and definitely my clients will have done. But how many of you actually have kept it going for the longer term? So for the year or for several years in the future. So that's the key thing I want you to think about. Now, not everything needs you to be continuing it for the long term, but certainly if you're any of your goals, you're going to need to do probably 4 to 6 weeks, I would think, to see a difference. There's probably only a few goals I can think of where that wouldn't apply. But yeah, for most stuff, you're going to need to keep going for sort of 4 to 6 weeks as a minimum in order to feel the benefits, see the benefits, and just know that it's working, and for it to take effect as well. The body's a complicated thing, and we've got lots going on at the moment, fighting off illnesses and everything as well. So it's going to take a little bit of time for your body to adjust and to notice the benefits and to feel the benefits. I know for me personally, it's pretty much 6 weeks bang on. When if I start a training program for my running, for example, and I'm grinding and I'm putting in the weekly effort, whether I step it up a notch or whether I'm just being consistent with it, I know that it takes that 6 weeks in order to feel like I'm running faster or easier or more efficient, or that whatever I've implemented, that it's taken effect. It takes that 6 weeks. Some people feel the benefits in sort of 2 to 4 weeks. For me, it's 6 weeks. So honestly, you need to keep going longer. Beyond me talking about your January health, fitness and weight loss goals, I want you to be thinking about longer term. So we're looking at, if we're 6 weeks from last week, we're looking at sort of February, March time that we're going to actually be feeling those benefits. Now, don't be put off by that, because I know that sounds probably a long time away, but actually just keep working, keep focusing on the day to day and knowing that you're doing the right things to achieve those goals. And just make it simple, even if it's not easy, just simplify it, just thinking about the day to day, and don't be stressing about the longer term or anything. Just have it in mind. Just know that even if you're not feeling like it's working right now, you're not seeing any difference, maybe your jeans still don't fit, or you just still feel a bit right now, it will happen, but you've got to be consistent. So that's really what I'm stressing today. Be consistent. And then only at the end of that sort of, I would say, give it the full 6 weeks. At the end of that 6 weeks, if you really feel like you've given it 100% effort and you haven't got 100% results for that 6 weeks, then that's when you probably want to be making some changes or stepping it up a notch or changing it and doing something different or whatever. But give it that full 6 weeks first of all. And then if you, at the end of reevaluating it is really important. This is essential as well. So we've got to be consistent, put in the 6 week effort, and then reevaluating at the end of that. And what I was going to say, if you have, I'm going to say weight loss just because it's an easy thing with numbers. So say at the end of 6 weeks, you wanted to have lost half a stone, but actually you only lose 2 pounds. So instead of 7 pounds, you've lost 2 pounds. Now, what I'd be asking at the end of that is, how much effort did you actually put in? If you put 100%, did you put 100% effort in? If the answer is no, which I have to say is probably likely if you only lost 2 pounds. 2 pounds weight loss is fantastic. I'm not knocking it. But if you only lost 2 pounds and you're aiming for 7, I would probably say you didn't put 100% effort in. Now, if you only put, say, 50% effort in, maybe you only got 3 ticks a week or 4 ticks a week on your day-to-day chart, then you need to be upping that a little bit more, giving a bit more effort, making sure that you're ticking off 5 days a week. And then you should, in theory, I would expect next 6 week block, if you're consistent with it, sort of 5 days a week, giving that effort, you'd be losing 3 or 4 pounds a week. Sorry, not a week, in that 6 week block, 3 or 4 pounds in that next block. If you give 100% effort and you're ticking off everything you need to do, and it's the right things that you need to be doing 7 days a week, 100% effort, there's no reason why you wouldn't lose that 7 pounds in the next 6 week blocks. You just need to be reevaluating how much effort are you putting in compared to like what you need to be doing. If it's not 100%, can we up it? If it's 50% and that's the best you can do right now, then we just keep doing 50% effort, and it's just going to take you a little bit longer to achieve your goals. That's absolutely fine. You just have to get on board with that and know that that's your limit, really. So it's all just sort of part of the process. But the key thing is, right now, we're just thinking about keeping going. Take it day by day, have those mini goals ticking off, so you know what you need to be doing on a day-to-day basis, and then that will feel good anyway, and you'll be feeling positive, and then that's going to motivate you even more to keep going, and we can be consistent. End of the 6 week block, reevaluate, and we go from there. So I will be back next week with some more top tips, but if in the meantime, if you've got any questions, feel free to get in touch, and I'd love to help you. So I'll see you next time.